Coming up in this episode, Copenhagen Fashion Festival. We'll introduce you to the Danish working environment, and we'll show you a great resource for helping you better understand your rights as a consumer in Denmark. Hi, I'm Tim.
And I'm Julie, and welcome to myDenmarkTV.com.
This episode of myDenmarkTV.com is made possible by GoBookATable.com, a popular online restaurant booking site that helps you to quickly reserve a table online in Denmark and in other cities across Europe for free. So, Julie, what's up this week?
Well, team, this week we're going to talk about Copenhagen Fashion Festival that takes place right here on a walk-in street store.
That sounds good, and it's been quite a while since we talked about fashion, hasn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I think it was episode 37 where we introduced a lot of popular Danish fashion brands.
It's true, but this time we're taking it downtown.
Yeah.
And downtown it is, Julie, because we are simply meters away from City Hall, where we actually wanted to be, but there were too many people, the music was too loud, because we are bringing to you Copenhagen Fashion Festival. Now, Copenhagen Fashion Week happens twice a year in Denmark, and it has become a large, renowned event with a really international scoop. And this year they decided to make it more accessible for the public, thereby making it a festival.
Exactly. And because of this event, you will find the large part of Copenhagen will transform into a whole fashion mecca for a whole week. There are plenty of concerts and fashion shows and exhibitions and everything.
And now what is the action at City Hall? Well, it is the longest catwalk ever. Starting at City Hall and going all the way along Strøget down to Kongens Nytorv, thereby making it 1.6 kilometers, approximately 1 mile.
Yeah.
You will see about 220 models strolling down Strøget wearing exclusively designer clothes from Scandinavian designers.
Yeah. And the way they do it is they're going to divide these 200 beautiful models into two groups. 110 of them going to start from Strøget, and then the rest of them going to start from Kongens Nytorv. And there are no breaks, no cuts, no changes.
So, what do you say?
Yeah, I think we should join them. Let's strike a pose and then do the catwalk.
Sounds good. But hey, listen, before we do that, let me just shortly tell you about our tours that we have. Copenhagen tours. You can do those by foot, by bike or by boat, and where you will see the absolute best sights and tastes and sounds of Copenhagen. All you need to do is just click on the link below that says myDenmarkTV.com Copenhagen Tours. And if you're looking for something to do in this upcoming weekend, you could try Copenhagen Songwriter Festival that runs from Friday the 20th till Sunday the 22nd.
Yep, and there is also Copenhagen Cooking Festival running from the 20th of August to the 29th of August. So for more information, just check the link below. Now, Sabina, let's join the catwalk.
Of course.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Loads of fashion, and all right here in downtown Copenhagen. It's pretty unique.
It is. But now let's move on to Vladimir and see what he has for us in this segment Made in Denmark.
Thanks, guys. Wow, it seems like Sabina and Leon had some fun watching the catwalk. And yes, Fashion Week in Copenhagen has definitely beaten the world record with its 1,609 meters. Well, today on Made in Denmark, I'm going to tell you a little bit about your consumer rights while being in Denmark. Do you know what to do if you bought some nice and fashionable clothes or goods which turn out to be defective? Well, as a consumer in Denmark, you've got to be aware of your rights. The site that I'm going to share with you this time is called forbrug.dk in Danish, or Forbrug in English, which is really a public consumer portal to educate consumers in Denmark of their rights. Most of the information on this website is in Danish, but there's a lot of great information in English found at consumeragency.dk. In a nutshell, if the product is defective, you may claim an exchange or repair, or you may get a refund. Some traders write this information at the bottom of your receipt. As a rule of thumb, always keep your sale slip or receipt. If you discover manufacturer's defects, you need to complain to the trader as quickly as possible. If the trader rejects your claim, you can submit a complaint to the Consumer Complaint Board. All you need to do is create an account at minsay.forbrug.dk, the link at the bottom. The tool is in Danish, so you should either use Google Translate or Danish Friend. For more information, check out forbruger.dk and consumeragency.dk, as we really want you to know your rights as a consumer in Denmark. That's it from me this week. In the meantime, let me know in the comments area below the episode at mydenmarktv.com about your consumer experience in Denmark. We would really like to hear from you. And also, if you like this resource, you might be interested in CopenhagenClicks.com, which is an ever-growing collection of great and useful resources to take most out of your stay in Denmark. And now, let's go back to Tim and Julie.
This week we are taking a break from the Hygge segment, but we're happy to announce another new segment on our show, and that is Work in Denmark.
Yes, and in this segment, we're going to be providing a lot of practical and useful tips about getting a job in Denmark and about the working environment in Denmark. So here we go. I'm standing here beside Industriens Hus, which is the Dansk Industry Building, or DI, as they're now calling themselves, right across the street from Rådhuspladsen, here in the center of Copenhagen. And it's a good place to kick off our new Work in Denmark segment. After all, Dansk Industry represents some 10,000 Danish businesses, including many of the largest firms in Denmark. There's a lot of companies which are actually global leaders, but you've never heard of them, most likely. For example, there's Grundfos, which is a global leader in industrial pumps, Danfoss, which is a leader in radiator dials, Danisco, a huge food products company, and many other large companies that are primarily operating in Denmark. And yes, many of these companies have non-Danish speaking employees as well. Over the next few episodes, we're going to discuss applying for and landing jobs in Denmark. But today, we're going to introduce 3 key characteristics that make the working culture in Denmark distinct. These are, of course, broad generalizations. There are plenty of exceptions to these rules. So here we go. The thing to understand is that Danes tend not to think in terms of hierarchies. Rather, they think in terms of professional roles and responsibilities. This means you need to be completely comfortable thinking of all your colleagues as equals, whatever their position, and communicating with them in this manner. And that can be quite a challenge for those new to this way of thinking. Secondly, Danes put family first. Truly, I would say that's a good thing. If you think you can impress Danes by working long hours, you are mistaken. This will not earn you respect. Coming to work fully engaged with an open, friendly, and cooperative attitude will. But consistently working long hours is not a part of this. Furthermore, your colleagues are unlikely to work longer than 9 to 5 or maybe 8 to 4. They have children to pick up from daycare and other engagements to attend to, and they take this seriously. Thirdly, if Denmark has a competitive advantage, then it is being a country that in a business sense works hard at doing things smarter. It's not cheap labor or mass production or a huge internal economy, it's simply working smart. This means, at a professional level, doing careful analysis and long-term planning, building a strong consensus around actions, and continually evaluating if plans are working. And this, though it may seem obvious, can be a very frustrating process for a foreigner coming from a culture with a different mentality, one which is more short-term and immediate action-oriented. When foreigners perceive this Danish way as frustrating, they often forget that it is what has brought this small country great wealth and allowed Danes to enjoy the comfortable lifestyle that they have. So it's not going to change anytime soon. So to work in Denmark as a foreigner is to adapt. So this is a little introduction, and next time we'll be offering you some more practical tips for applying to a job in Denmark.
That was great, Tim. And now let's answer a question from a viewer.
Yes, and this week we're going to answer a question from Elwin. Here's the question. Hi, my name is Elwin and I'm a student from India. I've got admission from DTU and I'll be moving to Copenhagen next month, and I'd like to know how to get the tickets, clip cards, from the airport to go to the university. Julie, you want to take this?
Sure. Thanks, Arwen, for asking the question. At Copenhagen Airport, it's possible for you to buy a clip card at DSB ticket counter in Terminal 3, or you can also use a ticket machine. And you will need a 6-zone orange clip card to get to DTU. And
if you use reiseplanen.dk to find out how to get to your DTU, it's actually quite easy. You just take the metro to Nørreport station, switch over to bus number 150S, which goes towards Kokkedal, and ask the bus driver when to get off. It stops close to DTU. And in return for asking the question, Elwin receives a 1-hour free consultation with the mydenmarktv.com team.
You can also benefit from a personal consultation with My Denmark TV team on any subject related to visiting, working and living in Denmark. Just click on the link below that says consult with my Denmark TV team for more information or to book a consultation.
Don't forget to leave any comments you have below the episode. We'd love to hear from you, and so do the rest of our viewers. And of course, you can always check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/mydenmarktv. I think that's it for this week, isn't it?
Thanks for watching and goodbye.
Thanks.
All you need to do is just click on the link below that says mydenmarktv.com Copenhagen Tours.
Yep.
Let's go.
Let's do that.
Alrighty.